Hey everyone, welcome back to Life with Mike and Angie. Today I'm super excited to share this easy Asian-inspired pork meatball recipe that's perfect for soups. I'm making a fresh batch right now to add to the Lomi recipe for Mike, that thick, savory Filipino noodle soup with gooey broth and all the comforting feels. These tender meatballs soak up the flavors beautifully and add that perfect juicy, chewy bite he can't get enough of. If you're loving our simple home recipes mixed with travel stories from our digital diary, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Before we jump into the recipe, here's a quick fun trivia about meatballs. They're way more global than you might think. Meatballs have been around for centuries, with some of the earliest recipes traced back to ancient Persia, where they're called kofta, spiced ground meatballs that spread across the Middle East and beyond. The ancient Romans even had meatball-like dishes in their cookbooks from the 4th or 5th century. Today, almost every culture has its own version. In Sweden, they're köttbullar, small and served with creamy gravy and lingonberry jam. In Spain and Latin America, albondigas often come in tomato sauce. Chinese lion's head meatballs are huge and braised for a soft texture. Indonesian bakso are bouncy beef balls in broth, and Greek keftedes are flavorful with herbs. It's amazing how this simple idea, ground meat rolled into balls, has traveled the world and adapted to local tastes. This recipe makes about 12 to 16 small meatballs using just half a pound of ground pork. The cornstarch gives them that signature Asian tenderness and bounce, while green onions bring fresh, bright flavor. Lightly seasoned to shine in broths like Lomi. Ingredients: half a pound, or about 225 grams, ground pork. 3 to 4 green onions, finely chopped, about a quarter cup, using both white and green parts. 1 small egg, or half a large one. 1 to 2 tablespoons cornstarch, start with 1 for softer results. 1 teaspoon soy sauce. Half a teaspoon salt or to taste. A quarter teaspoon ground black pepper. Optional, 1 small clove garlic minced. Let's mix step by step. This order helps the seasonings blend perfectly into the pork. Place the ground pork in a medium bowl. First, add the soy sauce and mix gently with your hands or a fork to give it that umami foundation. Next, add the salt and incorporate well. Then sprinkle in the black pepper and mix through. If using, add the minced garlic now for aromatic depth. Follow with the chopped green onions, folding them in for even distribution and fresh pops. Crack in the egg and blend until combined. It binds everything nicely. Finally, add the cornstarch, 1 tablespoon to start, and mix lightly until just incorporated. Don't overmix or they'll get tough. Shape into 1-inch balls, you'll get 12 to 16. Wet your hands to avoid sticking. For Lomi, pre-fry for extra flavor. Heat 1 to 2 tablespoons oil in a skillet over medium. Fry the meatballs 4 to 6 minutes, turning until golden outside. This seals juices and prevents breaking in broth, no need to cook fully through yet. Skip frying if rushed and add raw to soup, but pre-frying makes them juicier. In Lomi, add pre-fried meatballs after your proteins. Simmer 10 to 15 minutes until tender and soaked in that rich broth. The egg and cornstarch make these incredibly soft, with great chew. That's our simple pork meatballs, versatile for any soup or dish. Inspired by those global versions, but tailored for our Filipino favorites. Try them and comment below how yours turned out, or share your favorite meatball stories from travels. Thanks for watching Life with Mike and Angie. Like if you learned something new, subscribe for more easy recipes and adventures, and hit the bell. See you in the next video.